The weekend is on deck, and so is nighttime baseball from Petco Park in San Diego's Gaslamp District. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the San Francisco Giants and the San Diego Padres.
And now, your 2023
it's Padres baseball next on the show.
San Diego Padres.
David Barron will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, his last one was good. I'm sure he'd like to pitch a little bit better. Was able to get into the 7th inning. Got a no decision in his last one. He needs to get off to a good start here to try to get him and the team in the win column.
Guys, the Swinging Friars, as they take the field here tonight, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, I know they lost their last game, but you know as well as I do, in this sport, you have to have short-term memory. You have to let it go. They can get it going back in the right direction today.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch.
Hey, if he's going to execute that curveball, and that's the first one of the day, if he's going to execute it like that, be on the lookout for that one. That's going to be a big pitch for him today.
And there's out number 1. Now to bat, Will Wilson. First offering on its way. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
One thing I'm going to keep my eye on with this young starter on the mound is how he's able to stay ahead of hitters. It makes pitching at this level a lot easier. And when you're trying to establish yourself in the big leagues, you're going to have a much better time doing that if you attack hitters from the get-go.
Now a swing as he stays alive as this is fouled back right off the catcher's arm.
He's certainly pushing the throttle and pulling it with those 4 pitches. Statistics class tells me I'm sitting fast.
2-2 pitch is fouled away. Top of the first just underway at Petco Park. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
And oh dear, that caught him full bore on the mound as it ricochets back toward the plate. Throw to first, but he's safe. And now the stadium's attention turns back to the man on the mound. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg, and that is his plan. We'll have to leave it there as the play is made for the 3rd out. Here's Tommy La Stella now, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the 2nd inning. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Left side, but well foul.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the 1st out.
Just tied him up with that last pitch. Pretty evident by the swing. Sometimes guys get in that protect mode so much that they're swinging at everything that they see, and they end up offering at pitches that they can't possibly do anything with.
Freddie Flores is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Got him.
Wow, talk about mowing him down. How about 2 strikeouts on 6 pitches? He isn't messing around, and these last 2 batters have had no answer for what he's throwing up there.
He's got it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as decided. Next, it'll be David Barron.
Batting 9. The pitcher, David.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swung right over the splitter there, 0-1. Guys, you take a look at the Giants as they begin play here tonight. They're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
This is what the good teams do right here, Matty. 8-2 in their last 10, looking to keep their foot on the accelerator right here, playing great defense, getting great pitching, and swinging the bats. This is what it's all about.
Lays off 2-2 now.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher, but sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
Got him swinging, and that's the 3rd out. So it's no run. New inning set to get underway, and that'll give way to the 3rd baseman, Luis Toribio. Now a fastball to start the 3rd. That misses. It's ball 1. This year against right-handed pitching, Toribio hits in the 240s, so there's room for improvement in that regard.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
You can bet they'd love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
Now the payoff pitch home. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3. So now the pitcher, Kevin Gossman. This is a textbook sacrifice situation, so let's see if that's the call. And he'll smartly just ensure that this stays a foul ball. And the pitcher is, in fact, bunting here as he puts this one down. There's one. Well, he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out. So it's back to the top of the order now. And in to hit next, it'll be Austin Slater. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Here's a pop-up now. Muncy is over now, and he's got it for route number 2. Stepping up is Will Wilson. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Gaussman leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. Pops this one up. Tatis over to his right, and the inning is over. All set for the start of the 4th. And next to bat will be the outfielder, Lourdes Gurriel.
The old adage, pitching and defense have been stellar so far. They've certainly kept both offenses in check.
Swinging a ball pulled hard down the line in left. And this is a fair ball as it heads for the Western Metal Supply Company building. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out. So he's into scoring position here on that double that kicks off the 4th inning. And you see there on your screen, his total places in 3rd best on this Giant ball club. Joey Bart is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1. Curveball fooled him there as he's way out in front.
Hey, obviously he had a pretty good gauge on that first heater right there. He was super aggressive, thought he was getting another one, slowed him down with the curveball. That's the cat and mouse.
Bradley arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the 1st out. So a runner on second with 1 down now, and that'll bring in Tommy La Stella to bat next. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. He comes up empty that time as he's underneath it, 0-2.
Wow, that changeup is an absolute beaut. They call it the great equalizer for a reason.
The 1-2. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up. And that's the 2nd out. So next to hit is Freddie Flores. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Bradley is there. And he makes the catch to retire the side. So the next to bat will be David Perrin. Struck out in his last trip to the plate. From the stretch. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. 1-1. Here it is. A ball and 2 strikes now.
I mean, he's coming right after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Padres leave. So in now for San Francisco, Hunter Bishop. He bounced out last time up. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
What a well-executed fastball right there. Down and away. If you're going to do
the swing, and he pulls it down the line and deep. Gone. He uses that short porch to an advantage. Home run.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
He'll come in with an average down to 230. 1 home run and just the 1 RBI to his credit so far. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Pitch on the way. Kevin Gausman is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. He pulls this one into right, and he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. So that brings up the outfielder Austin Slater. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. A bouncer to the left side. Throw on to Muncy, gets him, and with that they'll end the inning. All set for the start of the inning, and next to be the first-year shortstop Will Wilson. No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Swing and a line drive. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
I mean, that fires me up right there. Opposite field knock, and in today's game, where every manager is employing hundreds of shifts to watch this batter go the other way was special.
He's got hits in both of his at-bats so far in this one. 1-1 the count now. Wilson on at first, nobody out. 1-2 now. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
The 2-2 one more time. Rolled slowly down the first baseline. To second for 1. Over to Muncy, and they double him up. So base is empty now after the double play. And next to hit is the catcher, Joey Bart. Fastball in there for a called strike.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux east to west.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
Yeah, nobody on right there, Dan. 2 outs. It's not every day you see a guy pick him up and put him down like him getting down to first base right there. Bought himself a base hit.
Well, I'd say what, there's a couple of things you can do. It doesn't take a lot of talent to hustle, and it doesn't take talent to be on time. And he hustled out of the box, turned what could have been a ground out to end the inning into an infield single.
Bradley on the run. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Has a look, now the pitch. Oh, it takes a nasty hop, and he's unable to haul it in.
Hold. Sometimes you just got to tip your hat to the offense right there. Nice piece of hitting. Executed his pitch away again, but the hitter was able to stay on time.
Grounded to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first, and the Giants will be turned away here as that ends. Ryan Yarbrough is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start up.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
A 4-1 finish in this evening's game. The San Diego Padres jumped ahead in the gets the
A stripling major leaguer is challenged to make spring training count.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today, spring training action from the Cactus League between the San Diego Padres and the Texas Rangers. Rangers baseball next. Jeff Brunner, a right-hander out of Louisiana, will be the starter. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him? Now to the plate, here is Alex Gamble. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The right fielder.
No offer at that point. It's a called strike.
Hey, we got no outs.
Oh, not fooled one bit by the changeup as he smokes this one to deep left field. That one will not be coming back. A home run. Not a great way to start on the road as a pitcher. Give up a bomb to the leadoff hitter. Joey Wendell digs in now as he'll take a breaking ball then off the plate for ball one. Liner towards second, but an atom ball right to him for the first out. So next to bat will be Yoni Hernandez. One run in and one gone so far this inning. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Tapia is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. So 2 out, nobody on. And digging in next at the plate will be Renato Nunez. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1.
Hey, great job by the offense right here to put a number up on the board and allow this young gun to go out on the mound relax a little bit.
And we'll just leave it there as they make the play to end the inning. So it's 1 run. At the plate now is Nate Lowe. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Here now the 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable. 2-2, and he flips one up there that the bottom really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up, and it's even harder to make good contact with.
Barron is sort of a curious case as a starter. Usually doesn't walk many guys, but at times he ends up giving up his share of hits. The translation on that is that he throws a lot of strikes, but oftentimes they are hittable strikes.
One of the keys, Matt, you'll have to watch from this guy. At times he kind of tiptoes, he tap dances around the strike zone. He has good stuff, but when he falls behind in the count, he tends to nibble a little bit. And then when he brings the ball into the strike zone, and when he does, he becomes much more predictable. And what happens with that? The hits per 9 innings tend to go up.
Swing and a looper to left. Tatis shading to his right, and that retires the side. Next up is Luis Camposano, and he always poses a threat, of course. One of the true superstars in the game today. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. The 1-0. To the left side, but it's well foul. Here's the 1-1. Grounded back up the middle. He's got it. And that's the first out. Into the box, Andrew Velasquez. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside. The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. And now a pitch on the way. Outside and a full count, 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
So he punches him out looking at the fastball. Andrew Velasquez becomes the second out in the bottom of the third.
The right fielder,
Alex Gamble is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
Bounce towards the second baseman. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as decided. Jack Flaherty will come on now and take the ball for the 4th time this spring.
Hey, this was a pretty tightly played game. Got a little bit of everything in this one. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching, and defense.
The afternoon baseball here on the show. Connor Pilkington, the Mississippi native, will be on the mound in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Ball 4, take the base. Ball 4, take the base.
Ready now is Gilberto Jimenez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Rockies,
And the pitch.
the left fielder.
And here's a fastball called for strike one. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike two. Here's the 0-2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. And he fouls this one off. Grounded softly to the right. Reined in.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still one good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Roll, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. One ball, no strikes to count. Grounder down the line at third. Machado has it. One there. On to first, and they turn the double play. Striding in is Sam Hilliard. Potential tying run for him at third base. 0-1 the count.
Great job by everyone involved right there. Executed a great pitch, got the double play. But don't kid yourself, there's still a guy standing on third base. He still needs one more out.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. 0-2, here it is.
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath. You can't start trying to guess.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And the tying run is in to score from third. It's 1-1.
Boy, that's a big pick-me-up right there. After the ground ball double play, that runner at third could have been stranded. Big, and I mean big, two-out base hit.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, picking up your teammates right there. You know, after grounding into a double play, you watch your teammate go back to the dugout dejected, costing his team 2 outs, and you find a way to bail him out. Nice piece of it.
Michael Tolia is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike one. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
That's what you call a challenge fastball right there, boys. I don't know if he was necessarily trying to miss up in the zone like he did.
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. Now to the plate, David Barron.
The pitcher.
First pitch on the way. Looked like that one tied him up a bit. A swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss on a nasty slider right there. Always felt toughest pitch in the game. If you're a guy who liked to work the big part of the field, you were on that fastball middle away. Well, that slider looked like a heater for about 56 feet 6 inches.
Hit on the ground to short. Scooped up.
Come on, D, come on!
And there's out number 2. Now at the plate, here is Garrett Hampson. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
Second baseman, number 1.
The windup and the 0-1. Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. But this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Oh, that's out. That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. Love to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1. So 1 down, no one aboard. And the catcher, Austin Barnes, will dig into bat next. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
I get it. He wants to see this guy's repertoire, but now he's behind in the count. Puts himself in a tough spot to hit.
Count remains at 0-2. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Well, we've seen a lot of guys swinging at pitches out of the strike zone early on in this game. So I think the game plan on that pitch right there was to try to bounce one and try to get to the chase again.
Hit to short. Fielded cleanly. On to first, and there were 2 down. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Connor Pilkington.
Batting ninth, the pitcher.
Lifted down the line in left. Abrams is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. And now in the box, Gilberto Jimenez. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. A ball and a strike to Colorado's leadoff batter. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
That ball's headed for the gap in left center. He's got a base hit, possibly more. The throw into second, and he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Last pitch was a fastball, tries to double up with the same piece of cheese, and it gets turned around. Nice piece of hitting.
So here's Brandon Nimmo, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Nimmo, playing here in his age 31 season. He was selected in the first round back in 2011. Meanwhile now, the throw to the bag is there, and he is out at third base. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Legs churning. He's headed for second. The throw is wild, and he gets away. And he will make it up to third base, as that is a gift there off of what was a terrible throw. The batter will be Sam Hilliard. And that misses for ball 1. He collected a base hit his first time up. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And the off-balance throw will be too late, so a good effort that time, but it's an infield single. In now, Maikel Franco. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball.
Now's a good time for your pitcher to take a deep breath. He still has the lead, although it probably doesn't feel like it. So he can't worry about how he got into this mess. He just has to figure out how to get out of this mess.
Michael Tolia is in for the second time here as he looks at a ball high, 1-0.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Got himself a 2-0 fastball there, but he couldn't connect. 2-1. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of...
A dive, but it's off his glove. And the runner is in from second. He'll come home with it. Tag is there, and he's out trying to score from first as the... Now into the box, David Barron grounded out in his last at-bat. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
You have to understand, as the hitter right here, pitcher on the mound wants a quick inning. Anything over the heart of the plate, probably got to pull the trigger on.
3 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error for the Padres so far. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. And that'll bring in Garrett Hampson. Struck out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
First pitch on its
The
way.
catcher.
Austin Barnes comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one.
You know, you think it's an 8-hole hitter right there. You shouldn't be taking that fastball, and you're right. But when you got the pitcher hitting behind you, you sometimes sit off speed because that's the pitcher usually going to get. The pitcher does not want to get beat by you, and he's not afraid to walk you and hand it over to an AB against the pitcher.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. 2-2 to the Colorado catcher.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
And that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit.
I guarantee you at release point he wanted to pull this pitch back. Change up middle of the plate usually gets deposited in the seats.
And he pops up the bunt attempt. Barron is there and he has it for the out. Digging in, the switch hitter, Gilberto Jimenez. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat. 1-0 the count. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, one man left on. Chris Paddock makes his way toward the mound now.
Hey, this was a pretty tightly played game. Got a little bit of everything in this one. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching, and defense in certain spots.
This afternoon.